So today I want to encourage someone who is in the waiting season, and I have 6 things to share with you while you are in the waiting season to always remember. The number one thing is God is never late. As it says that God is never too early, no too late, but he's always on time. Then the second thing is that God keeps his promises. Remember that his promises are always yes and amen, and he's faithful enough to fulfill them. The third thing is that God's timing is always perfect. You might feel like things are not working out and you've been waiting, but let me tell you that God's timing is always perfect. We see several examples in the Bible. Let's say Joseph, David, who waited for their dreams that God had given them to come true, but they came true at the right timing. So remember that God's timing is always perfect. Do not lose hope. Remember that God is with you and he will never leave you. God has never left you, even though you feel like he's not around or he doesn't see or he doesn't care enough and you're in the unknown where God feels like he's distant. Let me tell you that the presence of trouble doesn't mean that God is not present. He is there with you, persevering on and fighting for you. And who knows that he's trying to prevent you from what could ruin you. He's protecting you. He's with you because he loves you and he will never leave you nor forsake you. The fourth thing is that God is preparing you for his great purpose. We see that throughout the entire Bible, those men and women who were waiting, God had a bigger purpose for them. That even as they waited, God had a whole future planned out for them. And we see that greatness was waiting for them. Only good things were waiting ahead of them. So as you wait, remember that God has a special purpose, a special assignment for you. And in due time, he will fulfill it. The last thing is that God will work all things out for your good. And if you are his child, you are called for his purpose. As Romans 8:28 says that all things work out for the good of those who love the Lord according to his will and his purpose. It's always God's will that will prevail and its purpose for you. That's why he's taking you through this season. The one thing you gotta do is that stay faithful in this waiting season, because in due time, he will make you soar on high like the eagle's wings.